Do you see the fan? Do you see that fan? What's that fan doing? What is that fan doing? Huh? You ready to film? Are you ready to film? You look like a little boy in all blue. You do? You look like a little boy. That's okay. Oh. Hey guys. So today we are going to be going over Copeland's 4-month update. 4 months! You're 4 months old. Can you believe it? Huh? Can you believe it? Yeah? Say. And later on in the video, we are also going to be going over her latest hospital stay and surgery. I actually thought ahead of time and filmed through the process now that we kind of knew what it was going to be. And we have some video footage from that as well, so stay tuned to the end of her update to kind of see where we are in her surgery journey and her kidneys. So, you ready to go? Yeah? So, this little booger was 4 months old on the 19th. Yes? Yeah, you were. And she had shots, and she did not like the shots. No. She actually ended up running a pretty high fever after her shots, but gave her some Tylenol, and she loved on mama for the next day a little bit, and she was good to go. Yeah? Hello? It is. Oh, hey, I'm doing good. How are you? So that was work. That was work. So, at her 4-month update, she was 12 pounds, 1 ounce, and she was 23.5 inches long, whereas whenever she was born, so I was 5'12" when I was born, and I was 17.75 inches long. So she's grown. You've grown so much since you were born. And let me tell you, last night I was going through my pictures, and I found all the pictures of her like right after she was born, and like the first weeks and some we had her home, and I was so sad. You've gotten so big. Tell the people, say I've gotten so big. Yeah? Yeah. So we're still feeding her the Similac Total Comfort formula. She eats somewhere around 3.5 to about 4.5 to 5 ounces normally. But the doctor actually, our pediatrician gave us the clearance to start giving her some food. I'm gonna put her back. To start giving her some food. So we have gotten, oh, you see the fan? Do you see the fan? Yeah, do you see it? So he gave us some clearance to start feeding her. He asked me if like some developmental cues of if she watches us while we eat, or kind of like watches the food if we put it back and forth, and if she seems interested in it, which frankly she's been interested in food since she was born. She's always kind of looked at us and looked at our food and watched us eating, so that was like a no-brainer. Yes, definitely she's interested in food. And actually next week's video, I've been filming it, is going to be all of her first food. It's gonna be her first foods video. So I've been filming it. We've given her, so far as right now, we've given her sweet potatoes, green beans, and bananas and oatmeal. And let me tell you, she did not like the green beans. Like, they were not a thing. No, and they actually messed her little tummy up. So we kind of waited for after the green beans were done, to give her oatmeal and bananas, and that is like she likes herself some oatmeal and bananas. Don't you? Yeah? So I like me some oatmeal and bananas. So as of weight, she is in the 10th percentile in weight. She is in the 14th percentile in height. And her her head circumference, now the doctor said that their heads grow before their little bodies do. Her head circumference is 40.9 centimeters, which is in the 61st percentile. So she's got a big little head. A big head and a little body, which is fine. She'll grow into the head. But overall, she is pretty healthy. She did not like the shots, which I'm sure no baby likes the shots. But this time I didn't have Daniel with me because last time, you know, I gave her to Daniel and he held her while she was traumatized, and then I got to pick her up after the traumatizing things were over and like comfort her. But this time I was holding her down while she was getting traumatized with shots, and she was not happy with me. I'll put in a picture of her face while we were leaving the doctor's office, and that is pure, like, I am angry at you. Why did you put me through that? And why am I back in the car seat now? It's a funny face. But overall, she's very healthy. She has really good use over her head and like her neck. Like, she can hold her head up pretty well. She does still get kind of like droopy head after a while. I think she just gets a little tired. Her neck gets tired. She still does not like tummy time. And I told our pediatrician that, and we've been working on it even before we went in for the 4-month update. But we've been putting her on this boppy lounger with her chest on like the bigger edge, and she can kind of hold herself up a little bit. Daniel's mom has also been putting her like on the bed or in her crib on her tummy, and she's getting there. She's getting better. Every day I can see a little bit of a difference in the tummy time section, but we just didn't. No one tells you that you need to start tummy time like at birth. No one. So if you are here watching this video for some reason and you were thinking about having a child anytime soon, you need to do tummy time like day 1. Day 1, you need to have them on their tummy, because no one told us that, and I'm telling you now. So you know, day 1, do tummy time day 1, because say we waited and we shouldn't have. And she's also doing this, so she'll kind of push herself up, but she can't quite get all the way. So we grab and we put up. Say, I love this most of the time. I'm kind of tired right now. Oh yeah. Oh goodness. She's also getting a really big personality, if you can't tell. Yeah. So I'm getting a big personality. Woo! And I'm also chewing on everything in sight. Now, we don't think she's teething yet. I can't feel anything, but she does love her hands. You'll see it in the eating videos. Every time I put something in her mouth, her hands go straight to her mouth. Yeah, our hands go straight to her mouth, like that. She still hasn't quite gotten the concept of toys yet. You'll give her something and she'll kind of look at it and bring it to her mouth. Oh, yep, there we go. She'll look at it and she'll bring it to her mouth, and then she won't know what else to do with it after it comes out. Like, she hasn't quite grasped the concept of hand-to-mouth things 100% yet. But she's getting there. She has pulled out her passing them, miraculously put it back in to where it belonged. Yeah. Saying, I'm just growing. I'm laughing, I'm smiling. She's noticing Phoenix a little bit more. Still hates bath time. Oh my gosh. Bath time is a traumatic experience, and it takes her a little while to get over it after it's done. Because she doesn't like being cold, she doesn't like being wet, she doesn't like the towel, she doesn't like being dried off, she doesn't like lotion, she just doesn't like the whole concept of it. But it's gotta be done. And we're actually doing bath time tonight, which is gonna be a little fun experience of the week. We love bath time. Love it. We love bath time, don't we? Yeah, we do. So that's basically it for the 4-month update. I am going to go ahead and transition into the kidney surgery, hospital stay part of the video. So basically a few weeks ago, we knew we were going in for surgery. We went in on a Monday morning, early Monday morning, and they took us to a waiting room. Yes, they did. They took us to a waiting room and got her all checked in and got all the paperwork done, and then we sat in there for a little while. She was really mad because we couldn't feed her. All we had to feed her was Pedialyte, and we could only give her Pedialyte until 4:30 because her surgery was at 8. 7 or 8. So we fed her milk all the way up until midnight, and then we woke her up at 4:30 to give her some Pedialyte so she had something in her stomach before like the time cut off. So we gave her some Pedialyte. She does not like Pedialyte. It's not her favorite thing to drink, but she drank it. I think she drank about 2 ounces of it. And then we went to the hospital, and then she was all mad because she was tired, she was hungry, she didn't know where she was, and it just wasn't a fun experience in the waiting room. So it's currently 5:30 in the morning, getting ready to go to the hospital, and this little girl is so happy. Say, I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know what's about to happen. Say, if I did, I wouldn't be so happy then, would I? No, I wouldn't. We are getting ready to go, and we'll see you in a little bit. So we're all checked in, waiting on the surgery now. We're pre-op. She's not as happy because she's hungry. It's sad when babies don't really understand.
So there's a little sign right up here. We'll have you waiting. Here you go, sweet girl. There you go, sweet girl. Good.
She's doing good.
She is. She's like, there's such a new things around here. So right at that waiting area sign, y'all go right in there. They'll come and get y'all. You're just a little
Thank
okay.
you, my baby.
They will take good care of her, Mama.
Papa.
They will take good care of her, Mama.
In the recovery room, I think last time they didn't take us in quite as quickly as they did this time. Because this time we walked in and she literally was just screaming. Top of her lungs, screaming, crying. The nurse was trying to calm her down, but I had a bottle this time. Last time I didn't realize I needed to bring a bottle. This time I had a bottle ready for her, ready to go. But she, we got in there and I automatically went to grab her from the nurse to see if I could calm her down. She wasn't having it. She didn't want a bottle. She didn't want me. Finally, Daniel was like, let me see if I can calm her down. Daniel took her, and he was the only one that could actually calm her down, but she refused to take a bottle. And she was shaking, she was crying, she just wasn't, we've never seen her in that kind of state, and that was the most shocking part of the whole experience as opposed to last time. Last time we walked in, she was already kind of asleep, and I fed her some Pedialyte because I didn't realize I needed to bring a bottle. And she drank the Pedialyte, and then when we got back up to the room, she drank a bottle. But this time, she just didn't want to eat. She wasn't feeling it, and that really kind of upset us a little bit just because we've never seen her that out of it and that much of like you couldn't calm her down. But eventually Daniel got her to sleep, and her levels all looked good, and then we got up to our room finally after a few hours, and she had a little bit of a episode. She makes this noise when she breathes, so we had a little bit of an episode with that where she was kind of just doing it over and over again, and the nurse was like, okay, that's not normal. So they called the doctors back in, and they moved us to the intermediate care where she just was watched by, there were more nurses per patient. So she was just watched a little bit more closely, but it ended up, we both just think it was because of the tube and her just being through all of that morning, and her just kind of trying to get her breath back. Because the rest of the night her levels were normal. She never really did it again. And she just seemed great the rest of the time. We're in recovery. Oh. She was not happy coming out of the anesthesia. How was that, Dad? That was rough. That was rougher than last time. But she just wanted Dad, didn't she? She calmed down whenever you got her. And now we're just waiting to get taken back to our room. Say, I'm trying to figure out this glove thing. So before, I could hold my hand and I could put my hand in my mouth and I could find my fingers. And now I'm just all kinds of confused because I don't see my fingers, but I know they're there. I think it's this mitten. This mitten's got to go, Mom. This mitten's got to go. So, good evening. It is now 8:20 p.m. We had a bit of a scare today after surgery with her oxygen. So they moved us to an intermediate wing for pediatrics, to where she's just a little bit more closely monitored. And we have that nice person over there checking all of her stats. Yeah, we have a bunch of good nurses that come see me every hour and check on me. Oh, okay. So I just finished eating. Do you want some more? Do you want the rest of your bottle? Yeah. Say, I gave this whole floor a run for their money today. Yeah, I'll let everyone know I was here. Is that what you want? Go. Say, I'll let everyone know I was here. I don't think that's what you want. There you go. I still don't think she feels the best. I still think that she feels kind of like out of it. But she's the talk of the floor with our Breeza over there and our noisemaker and our baby spatula. Say, all the nurses are just so impressed that we have so many gadgets for such a little human. Yeah. I'm glad you're eating. Well, we're gonna see what the night holds for us tonight. Hopefully we get some sleep and hopefully Copeland's stats still stay good. Yeah, you're falling over a little bit. Can we move you back up? So hopefully her stats will still stay good. And if they do, then hopefully that will mean that we get to go home tomorrow. But we will keep you updated. Yeah? Milk mustache lady? Are we gonna keep him updated? Say, back to the glove. Say, what is this thing? Where are my fingers? All right, well, say good night, baby. Good night. We'll see you in the morning. Say, we're breaking out of this joint. Hopefully soon. Say, her numbers looked good overnight. Yeah. Say, she still wants the mitten off of her hand. But she's in good spirits, yeah. Yeah, and we are just ready to go home, aren't we, baby? Aren't we? Yeah, we're ready to go home. Say, are you ready to go home? Yeah. Say, oh. Her cheeks feel a little warm still. Come feel her now. Oh, hey, go, Copeland. Oh, 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 oh.
Say, oh, 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 oh. Hey, look here. You put the phone in her face, just go look at it. Moms. Oh, 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 oh.
Say, she looked you up and down. She looked at the phone, she looked at you, and she looked back at the phone, looked at you. Hello! Do we get to go home? Oh, okay.
I'm still waiting.
So we're heading home. And it is 1:16. How's it feel, Daniel?
Ready to be home.
Oh, you're ready to be home. Good job, baby.
Pizza?
Pizza.
You just want pepperoni?
Yeah. So everything looked good. They did a chest x-ray. They did some blood work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everything looked nice and clear. And I get to come back in 4 to 6 weeks for an ultrasound and see how my kidney surgery went, the ureteroseal surgery. Yeah. But we were there for one night. One night? Yes, we were there for one night. And then we got discharged Tuesday afternoon. It's helped. And if you don't know what I'm talking about or don't know why the surgery happened, I have a whole more in-depth video that I will link below. But basically, she had the exact same surgery that she had before. They went in through the urinary tract and tried to pop that ureteroseal that was in her bladder because it had only gone down 1 millimeter of an inch since last surgery. And they wanted it to really like compress and get all the fluid out, and it still had a lot of fluid in it. So they just went back up in there to see if they could make the incision a little bit bigger or make another incision to kind of get that fluid to drain out. And the next ultrasound in March will show us if it's actually gone down or not. And if it hasn't, then we'll reassess and see where we need to go from there. And if it has, then they'll probably do schedule another appointment to do the VCSG. Is that what it's called? VCSD? Where they basically do the dye test to see if she has reflux from her bladder to her kidneys. And if she does, then we'll have to have another surgery for that, a more invasive surgery. But we're praying that she does not have any reflux and that this will be the last surgery she will have to have with her kidneys and bladder issues. Yeah, that's what we're praying. And I'm really hoping that that will happen because hospital stays are no fun. Surgeries with babies and hospital stays with babies in general are no fun. So we're really hoping that this will be our last hurrah in the hospital stays and that she just stays healthy and happy and keeps growing and keeps moving. Yeah. And all will be good in the world. But I hope that you've liked this video and liked my little montage of hospital videos. If you made it through this whole video, thank you. Make sure and hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Leave me any questions or comments down below that you have for me, and go follow us at the Wonderlings on Instagram and Facebook. I will have those linked down below as well. And make sure to check out next week's video where you see Copeland try all kinds of new first foods. But you want to say bye? But we're gonna go take a nap because little miss seems to be tired, and we will see you guys next week. Can you say bye? Hey, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.